It's impossible for Conor McGregor to land a glove on Mayweather. This will never, ever, ever happen. The only way something like this would happen would be if it was a big fix and Floyd let McGregor beat him. And that is never going to happen. There is too much legacy. It's just never going to happen. I'm confident enough to say that I'd be willing to let a surgeon cut my heart out, keep it alive, and put a £1 bet on that McGregor gets beaten in 5 rounds. And if he don't, then put a knife in my heart. Those are the words of WBO middleweight world champion Billy Joe Saunders. He is extremely confident that Mayweather will beat McGregor in 5 rounds. So confident that, well, as you heard there, he'd be willing to put his life on the line. Now, I obviously take that with a pinch of salt. I think he was being sarcastic, but Billy Joe Saunders has got a history of saying outlandish things before fights, guaranteeing a certain outcome. The most notable thing that he said, the most memorable thing for me, is in the lead up to his fight with Chris Eubank Jr. I think it was even before the fight got signed, but he continued it in the build up to his fight once it had been signed. He kept on saying over and over again that he was swearing on his son's life, on his kid's life, that Eubank won't be able to last a certain amount of rounds with him. I think it was 4 or 5 rounds. I think it started off as 4 rounds, then he later bumped it up to 5 or 6 rounds, which is something Eubank picked up on. He swore on his life that if Eubank went 5 or 6 rounds, between 4 and 6 rounds with him, any longer than that, he swore on his kid's life, that he would quit boxing. That even if he managed to beat Eubank, if he didn't get rid of him within 4 to 6 rounds, he would quit boxing, and he swore on his son's life. Now, obviously, Billy Joe Saunders hasn't quit boxing. So, even swearing on his son's life has to be taken with a pinch of salt. Just to put things in perspective. So, I certainly wouldn't put my life on Floyd beating McGregor. I certainly expect it to happen. I'd be very, very surprised, to say the least, if Floyd didn't beat McGregor. And I see it like Saunders does. The only way I see McGregor winning is if the fix is in. And I don't discount something like that happening because of how absurd this fight is in the first place. You've got a guy who's never had a professional fight going up against one of the best fighters of this generation. It's an absurd fight. It's not even like McGregor's Lomachenko, somebody who had hundreds of amateur fights. No, McGregor had a few amateur fights when he was a junior. When he was a little boy, he had a few amateur fights. As an adult, this guy has never boxed, amateur or professional. And he's going to go in there against Mayweather and expect to win? People, please, this is a farce. And because it's such a farce, but yet it's being marketed as something legitimate, then how far are they going to take the theatrics? Will the theatrics actually be taken into the ring itself? Could we see play acting in the ring masquerading as real, legitimate action? I personally wouldn't discount something like that taking place. Some kind of tomfoolery happening in the ring where it's made to look as though McGregor won when he didn't really. I wouldn't be surprised because the whole situation is that absurd and so ridiculous, in the first place. So either way, I wouldn't put my life or certainly not, family members' lives on the line betting on this fight or guaranteeing anybody of a certain outcome. So just my thoughts. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out.